So yeah, this is the van. Yeah, good. Black door cards, black sill trims, all the stuff I need, black center console, and you cut the floor coverings, and the pillar trims, and the sill trims. Space Cadets. So, got half the trim panels I needed. Better than nothing. Now I'm going to search for another wrecker in the area that might have another caddy.
One eternity later.
Okay, it's been a while, but we're back picking in the wrecking yards. Have some cars, man. The one we want. No, that's a transporter. Okay. It's jammed in here. Sat CC. Make some nice seats for a conversion. A 2014 caddy jammed under a Mark 6 Golf with a 2006 caddy behind it, and a Mark 6 Golf on top as well. What could go wrong? About 40 minutes worth of work. And that's yielded everything you need. All the floor covering, all the trims I need. Beautiful. Get a good look at the grey before it's gone. The purpose of today's task is to sod off all of the grey. A big old sea of black. Rolling blackout. There you go, there's your episode title.
He said it! He said it!
Just like that, the grey is gone. Oh my god, have some dirt. Oh, look at that. No dirt. Beautiful. Now, you may ask what on earth that's all about. So we'll have an interlude here and we'll cut to why that is a thing. Okay, running repair on the COVID caddy. Just spent a week away in it on my honeymoon. Just come home tonight to wash it and notice that the diesel cooler's hanging down. Now I've unbolted it obviously, but this mounts up flush under here onto studs. That one just clean came out, hence it was hanging down. And all the weight of it for the last couple of thousand Ks has obviously been on this one, which is about to be knocked off as well. The good thing is, leaves you with a nice little hole, which then you can feed a new bolt, massive washer through. I'll be lifting the floor lining and I'll be just feeding the bolt through and doing up some new bolts. Here we are, all back in place, nicely finished up. As you can see, there's no huge impact damage to the cooler. I'm glad I did it though, because if I'd have left it, then I'd have been dragging the whole cooler. I highly recommend, whether you've done it already or not, get under your caddies or any diesel Golfs or anything like that that have this cooler, and double check your studs. Save yourself the heartache, do some preventative maintenance, cost you 2 bolts, 2 big ass washers, you can reuse the factory schnorr nuts. Highly recommend.
This public service announcement was brought to you by Castrol Syntec.
These little doovalakis are why there's such a delay on this episode. So these are Turan seat bases. Very common overseas, but rare as hen's teeth in Australia because we never got Turans here. It's the legit way to take a Passat or a Golf seat and put it in a caddy because the bolt spacing is correct and also the height is correct. So if you're doing electric seats, I highly recommend it because it gives you that range back on your electric seat height, whereas if you stick with the caddy steel ones, you'll be always at the very edge of the height availability for the electric seat. Here we are, all finished up aside from a missing piece of trim. It's a good illustration actually of the colour difference. All the lower trims and the floor coverings are black now, all installed. Seats back in, Turan seat bases in. Looks pretty snazzy to me. To round out this episode, we're going to be swapping factory grey headlining out, making it VW GDI and R spec black.
And now for something completely different.
So I have a bit of conundrum at the moment. There's a massive shortage of the brand of vinyl dye that I was using to do this job. I've had the cans for a little while. Anyway, I've managed to do the big pieces, the handrails, a few other little bits and pieces, but I've run out. So I haven't been able to finish the sun visors or the A or B pillar trims. I'm going to have to end this episode with it slightly unfinished because it's possibly going to be months before they get this brand back into the country. As you can see, fabric sections are done in the GDI style pattern, and I've done the plastics to match it. Top tip for everybody: Skoda VRSs run a black headlining, and a lot of early Skoda stuff is just commercial vehicle VW parts. So for interior lighting, if you want to retain that factory look where you still have all your nice little white icons, the black's a pretty good match for everything. So let's say if you're having a vinyl dye your black plastics, you can also get the handles and sun visor clips out of an RS or VRS Skoda as well. As you can see as well, just showing you, I've wired in the new 4K black view, all nice and tidy. Disappears up in behind the headlining. That's all hardwired into the factory fuse box. You can see the cable just there for the rear camera. I still have to run that down the length of the van. Apologies for it taking so long to get this video out. I'm ending it here because I don't want to delay the release of this video any more than I already have, having to wait for the Turan seat bases to come from the UK, motor trims to be open so they can do the headlining for me. It's probably going to be months before I manage to get black vinyl dye to match the rest of what I've done. So I'm going to release the episode with obviously half a headlining. Enough time's passed in the duration of filming this, I've been able to get my first post-COVID lockdown haircut. So I don't want to delay it another 6 months. Next episode's not going to be so far away because I've already started filming most of it and it's ready to go. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.